What's up, guys? It's Chief here, and welcome back to another FC26 video. Today, we are going to be diving into the launch update pitch notes that EA have just dropped for FC26. There is a ton of information in here, from the first promo to season pass rewards and basically everything that's going to be happening over the first 2 weeks of the game. So let's go ahead and dive into these pitch notes. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on FC26, make sure to visit IGGM and use code CHIEF for 8% off at checkout. They basically start off by just confirming launch dates, with the web app coming Wednesday, September 17th, this coming Wednesday, and then early access coming at midnight on Friday the 19th. Very excited for that. Again, if you are an Xbox user, you're able to change the location on your Xbox to New Zealand, and that'll get you on the game as early as possible, since you'll get access when it's midnight New Zealand time, which is Thursday for most people. So that's a little trick to keep in your back pocket for Xbox users. But let's go ahead and start it off with all the stuff that is coming in early access here. Number one, there is going to be a daily knockout tournament in that first week of early access, where you can earn daily rewards, and if you win one of these, you can qualify for a one-time early access finale tournament on the final day of early access. I think this is super cool. It gets people on the game, it gets people grinding tournaments, introducing the new game mode to them, and competing for exclusive rewards. I'm a huge fan of that, and we are going to be all over that during early access. Also in the early access stage, over that first week of the game from the 19th to the 26th, we'll get Team of the Week 1 and 2. Team of the Week 1 releases on a web app date, so Wednesday, September 17th, which means this weekend's domestic games will count towards the first Team of the Week for FC26. So keep an eye out for those top performers in the Team of the Week. We got some evolutions coming during early access, World Tour and Squad Foundations releases, which we've seen in years past, Flashback SBCs, Showdown SBCs, and then Season XP that we'll be able to get. Now, this next piece is what I'm super excited about. The first promo in FC26 will be the Cornerstones promo. I'm super excited to see something new that we haven't gotten before, because it feels like over the past couple of years, we've kind of gotten the same promos at the same general time of the year. So to get something new here, super cool. This campaign shines a spotlight on the players that teams are built around, dependable leaders, pivotal long-term signings, and young talents who've stepped up to become central to their club's success. This is really cool because it's promo cards that, like, generally they're going to be players that people absolutely love at their clubs and are excited to play with in the game. So I think this promo is going to be an absolute hit. I'm super excited to see this one. Cornerstones will provide permanent upgrades and enhanced +2 club chemistry links, strengthening their role as the central pillar of your ultimate team. Keep an eye out for more foot campaigns. Very cool. Next up, they hit on the power curve here, which has been my biggest issue with the game over the past 3 years, I would say 3-4 years. And they've come out and said in a lot of forums that they are going to change this. So I'm super excited about this. So with the power curve, we've heard your feedback on the pace of the FC25 power curve. It's not just FC25, it's been years now. In FC26, we're deliberately slowing down the power curve and pacing out upgrades more gradually. Thank you. So how exactly is this going to work? Base items like golds, icons, and heroes will set the benchmark for top squads deeper into the year. So essentially, the lifespan of like good gold cards, base icons, base heroes, they're going to be usable for longer this year. And from day zero, the content's structured around this philosophy. The Season 1 campaign player items will be tuned with upgrades that are more lateral to base items. I love it. Like, don't make these first promo cards so good and all have playstyle pluses that these gold cards immediately don't become usable. They also confirm here that we will not see August Player of the Month player SBCs in early access, and Showdown player SBC winner upgrades will also be adjusted for Season 1 to a +1 overall and a Roll++ upgrade. I like that they're tuning it down. The thing with player, I don't think you have to remove the August Player of the Month. Just make the upgrade minimal. You can still include an SBC. We can still have upgrades to lower tier players that don't bump the power curve up a ton. So I like where they're at here though. Weekly campaigns. There was kind of a rumor early in this FC26 hype that there's going to be less campaigns or less promos. That is incorrect from what we've heard. So you'll still see new campaign squads most weeks, but the boost to those campaign items will be more lateral on average. Of course, the bigger campaigns like Black Friday, Team of the Year, Team of the Season will deliver huge boosts. So between those massive landmark promos like Black Friday, Team of the Year, Team of the Season, the upgrades from promo to promo are going to be smaller, and then you're going to see huge jumps at those landmark promos, which I really, really like. And then rewards have been tuned down, which is an absolute must. And I hope the community doesn't take this as a negative, because I feel like people always just want more rewards, more rewards, more rewards. And the thing is, like, if everybody's rich, nobody's rich. And if it's so easy to get your hands on the best items in the game, then it's not worth grinding, which I'm so excited about. A chemistry styles refresh. Now let's dive deep into this. To support this slower curve, chemistry styles have also been rebalanced in FC26, helping to keep upgrades feel satisfying without letting any single chemistry style disrupt the overall balance of items. Here we go. Okay. New boost model. Styles now use a 369 point boost system instead of 4-8-12, narrowing stat gaps and keeping balance tighter. Okay, so the boost overall is going to be smaller for chemistry styles. Pace trade-offs. Pace-heavy styles are now more of a choice. Boosting speed comes with trade-offs in other areas, so not all items become pace-focused. Okay, so we're basically just trying to limit hunters and shadows, basically. More diversity. Non-pace styles have been tuned to emphasize key attributes like composure, reactions, and stamina. I love it. There was like no chem styles to boost composure, reactions, and stamina. So we've got a little bit more of a spread boost here. Let's zoom in here and see what we're working with. You can't really see this very well, interestingly enough. Can I open this in a new tab and it'll look better? It's at least a little bit better there. So if we look at this, the first thing I want to look at is these pace play styles. So Hunter, Catalyst, and Shadow will only give you 6 in pace. And then like if we look at Hunter, you get 9 volleys, 6 penalties, and pretty meh shooting boost. Shadow, you do still get some very not like you get a bunch of slide tackle, you get a bunch of heading accuracy, and then lower boost in interception, stand tackle, defensive awareness. So while you're getting the pace boost, the in-game stat boost that you're getting for hunters and shadows aren't that good because it's giving massive boost to in-game stats that don't matter as much. So then if we look at something like a finisher, you get 9 finishing, or like I think that's marksman there. You get, or no, this might be marksman. I don't know. Regardless, I think what they're trying to do is deter people from just putting hunters and shadows on cards because of the pace boost and putting some of the more interesting in-game boosts into these other areas. So that'll be something to take a look at as we kind of put chemistry styles on players. And we're not going to go too deep into it now, but I really like this because it gives a reason to use other chemistry styles. I'm a huge fan of this, actually. Let me know what you guys think. I think given that it's balanced correctly, that's going to be a really positive change here. So let's zoom back out here. We have the first FC26 season, which is going to be a world tour through history. In FC25, we introduced seasonal content like the World Tour alongside campaigns, adding new dimensions to rewards and squad building. And they're going to take it a step further in FC26. Each season will center on a historic international tournament, culminating in Season 8, the Festival of Football. Along the way, host nation and winning nation players will appear across the season ladder, SBCs, and objectives. The United States is a host nation. That means we're going to have a lot of cards late in the game. But Season 1 is going to be England 66 here. Okay, so we're going to have an England themed Season 1 of the pass. English, Premier League, and Barclays Women's Super League focused content to celebrate the triumph of the Wingless Wonders. Rewards, you get packs, player picks, items, all that stuff. So these are going to be the official standard pass players that you get. You don't have to purchase the premium season pass, and you're going to get some very, very decent English cards here. I think we need to keep in mind that English players in general early on, especially those tradable ones, are going to get a big increase in demand because people are going to be trying to link them with these. So that's definitely going to impact our investing strategy early on here. But some really, really nice cards. And then from the premium pass, you're going to get some really good cards as well. Tamori, Kobe Mainu, James Ward-Prowse. So just looking early here, like picking up like English left backs and right backs early on, because there aren't any. We have Charles here. So maybe like English right backs early on could be really, really good to keep an eye on. So premium pass players, season pass players confirmed here. I absolutely love it. I'm super excited about that. And again, if you did pre-order the Ultimate Edition, you already have access to the premium season pass. You don't even have to purchase it, which is absolutely massive. So World Tour Silver Superstars here. We've been calling out for the return of Silver Stars since it's gone away, and they're bringing it back right away, which is a game changer. If you don't know what Silver Stars was, it was essentially just like a friendly game mode a couple years ago that you could only play with silver squads, and every single week they would include, like, you know, if you win 5 games in this game mode, then you get this silver 74 rated team of the week. And throughout the year, people would just continue to build up their silver squads to go and play in this game mode. And it looks like it's going to be some sort of icon hero theme this time around, which is going to be really cool. So we're bringing back a fan favorite. Thank you. Each season, we'll be releasing silver level icons and heroes from the highlighted tournament, featuring illustration style action shots for added flair and to differentiate them from base and campaign icons. This is so cool. Each item will be created at silver level with ratings that reflect tournament performance on an alternate progression path. Very cool. How to earn them: complete themed long-term season objectives to earn silver superstars. This is so cool. It gives people a reason to grind this game mode over time, which is absolutely perfect. 5 events. Each season ends with a silver-only match-limited league where you can unleash your silver superstars for unique international themed rewards. Yes. You have a game mode throughout the season that people have to grind to build the best squad possible. And then at the end of the season, because they built that squad, they can then compete in this sort of ultimate game mode with the players they've accumulated. This is incredible. Oh, I love it. Note about evolutions. In Season 1, evolutions will exclude entry of World Tour Silver Superstars. Fantastic. I love it. That is absolutely I'm so excited for this. So excited. Live events. Let's get into it. In FC 25, you told us there wasn't enough variety in game modes and that many experiences didn't feel accessible enough. Beautiful. Live events in FC 26 are built to change that. They bring new formats, fresh ways to play. We've seen a lot of this already, so let's see what they say. Tournaments, classic knockout competitions, gauntlets. We've kind of gone through all of these already in previous videos, and then we also have regular events. So what's going to be changing? What do we have coming in early access that we can actually get our hands on? Daily knockout tournament that they mentioned earlier. So celebrating the return of tournaments, a daily knockout will run during early access. The early access elimination will refresh every day, allowing tournament winners to re-enter the next day. Winning once will qualify you for a one-time early access finale tournament on the final day of early access. Note that tournaments won't always appear weekly. We're keeping them special so they feel. This is so cool, man. a tournament that you can play every single day, and if you just win it one of these days, then you can get into sort of this finale tournament that I'm sure has exclusive rewards that you can get your hands on. This is super exciting. The hype for this game is through the roof right now, man. This has me so excited. You know, if you win it, you know, maybe like you win one round, you get a 3 times common gold player pack, which isn't that exciting. You win the whole thing, you get a 75 times 2, and maybe you get like an 81 times 2 if you win the finale tournament, whatever it may be. This is super cool. I can't wait. We have Ultimate Gauntlet here, which is going to be out at the beginning of the game, debuting after worldwide launch weekend and returning every 2 weeks. Okay, we're going to get a gauntlet. This flagship format challenges you to build up to 3 unique squads across different rounds. You'll have 1 attempt every day throughout the week with no specific squad requirements, so you can decide your first, second, and third squad. Each squad requires 11 starters and 7 bench players, so you need 18 players per round, and because you have to have different players for every squad you play with, you need 54 different players to complete your 3 squads. This is very cool. Rewards scale with results, including packs, players, and Evo consumables. So keep in mind, while tournaments, if you lose, you're knocked out. Gauntlets, you keep playing, but the more wins you get, the better rewards. And you have to use different players every time, which is super cool. You could expect 1 or 2 live events each week with a focus on quality over quantity. Our goal is to make every event feel meaningful. This is so cool, man. I'm so excited about these gameplay changes. Let's get into game mode and reward changes here. So we've kind of hit in past videos. For champs, you're going to have 2 different versions. You're going to have what they call it here. So Champions playoffs are gone. Your qualification can now be earned from Division 7, and you'll auto-qualify at Division 6 once you have enough points. This lowers the barrier to entry and is in response to your FC25 feedback. So qualifiers are gone, and you qualify through playing rivals. Expanded tiers. Ranks expanded from 10 to 15 tiers, so every single win matters. There's not like, oh, if I win another game, I'm going to get the same rank. That exists no more. A new version of Champions for Division 7, Challengers here, with its own format and rewards. This lets more players experience the Champions environment, while lighter rewards preserve the prestige of top-tier champions. Okay, fantastic. So you have your lower tier for Challengers, you have your upper tier for Champions with different rewards. Rivals, I feel like we've kind of seen a lot of this. Bounties, season challenges that differ by division, add variety, and reward players with items for completing kind of random challenges that come up within your games. Win streaks. Streaks now accelerate both division progress and progress towards weekly rewards, which is fantastic. Reduced points requirement, lowered from 35 to 30, so you don't need as many points, and you can accelerate how quickly you get there with your win streaks and bounties, which is very cool. And then less checkpoints as well, which should be very helpful. All right, squad battles here now. Expanded match limit in response to players asking for more depth in squad battles. Players can now play 18 matches per week, increased from 14 that count toward their weekly point total. Don't care too much about that. Draft rewards have been rebalanced to feel more consistent across all tiers, addressing FC25 feedback that you want more consistent draft reward outcomes, especially for players finishing 4 out of 4 wins. I like that. And then scaling rewards. In previous years, draft did not see any changes to their rewards throughout the year in FC26. We'll be updating draft rewards regularly. Beautiful stuff. I love that. All right, rewards and economy. Okay. We're going to get an actual look at rewards here. As outlined in the power curve section, rewards in FC26 are tuned to provide more measured progression. So we're trying to slow things down, kind of dumb down the rewards a little bit. I mean, rank 1, I don't know that this, I'm not getting rank 1. But like 85,000 coins, 2 times current campaign guarantee, but these are untradeable, which I like. You get some decent packs still, some team of the week packs, things like that. let's see what they have to say about advanced SBCs. This interests me because this impacts the market a ton at the beginning, and there's been rumors that these are going to be gone. So, rebalancing. Advanced SBCs such as the League and Nation Hybrid set have evolved over time, and in FC26, they're aligned more closely with other challenge SBCs at launch. In FC26, they're tuned to support a smoother build-up that better matches the early pace of the game. So, what I get from that is that the packs are going to be significantly worse for those advanced SBCs, and the SBCs themselves are going to be much, much easier. I'm bringing them up on FC25 right now, just so that you can get a gauge of like the packs we would get from these. And I like this change because if we take a look here, like for doing the League and Nation Hybrid, you get a rare mega pack, a mega pack, a rare mixed players pack, a 25k pack there. And for the whole thing, it doesn't show me, but I'm sure it's like a 50k pack or something. You get some crazy rewards. And while it's fun early on, it immediately takes you to a tier where you're not using any common golds or anything in your team. So I like that they're dumbing those down a little bit. And then timed and scaled releases. Advanced SBCs will now drop gradually across the cycle, aligned with key season moments. So they're going to bring more and more of these as time comes with better SBCs. Challenges tab. Advanced SBCs now sit in the challenges tab, apart from foundations. Okay, I like that change. It's gonna change in a big way how we make coins early in the game. It's gonna affect solution trading a lot. Now let's talk evolutions in FC26. Reason being, I love that they address power curve first here because evolutions drove the power curve so much last year. So in FC26, evolutions will be more focused on boosting the level of bottom and middle tier items of your squad rather than consistently creating the items with the highest stats. I like that. In addition, evolutions upgrades will be delivered in smaller, iterative steps. That is perfect, exactly how I think it should be. Club depth. Many evolutions will be designed to help support building multiple squads, aligning with new experiences like Gauntlet, where squad depth is key. This makes a lot of sense. So like there could be more evolutions, but with smaller boosts, so I can build up my USA squad. I can build up my city squad with all these evolutions. Repeatable evos. We've seen some stuff on in the past. Select evolutions can now be repeated. Each comes with a set number of repeats and a cooldown that begins only after completing the previous run. Very cool. Visuals. Most evolutions that provide incremental upgrades will no longer change your item design, allowing you to preserve the original look and feel of your player items. Okay, so how does this look here? So he's gonna just remain gold if I change him. I feel like we kind of need to get our hands on it to see what it's really like. But like, I really like something like this, like something that just gives a +1 defending that I can apply to anybody early on. I just think that's cool. Like, it's nothing exciting, but it gives me the feeling of like, I am customizing my player and working to upgrade them in a minor way. So I'm assuming this is honestly just gonna be a real evolution. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Icons and heroes here. We've done a video on all the new icons here. We have all their ratings, and we get a pack with one of the new heroes, or no, it's one of these new icons, but they're gonna have lower rated versions. So these are their actual official icon versions and ratings. These are the versions that we can pack in our pre-order pack, which is so exciting. But they got all the new icons here. Don't really care about any of that pre-order content. We kind of hit this on an earlier video. We get this version, and these will get upgraded later in the game, but this is the version of the card you will get in your pre-order pack. Our pre-order pack, this pack is available September 19th, so it's going to be available that Friday, which is awesome. So we get our hands on these cards right away, and then they'll get upgraded end of November. And this makes a lot of sense because, like they mentioned earlier with the power curve, they're going to have a power curve jump at landmark promos like Black Friday. So when we have those big jumps, our icon is going to take a big jump too, which is super cool. FC points delivery. We have official dates for this, which are going to be all a month apart. FC Points Delivery. Ultimate Edition users get 2,000 points at first login on the 19th. You get 2,000 a month later, October 19th, and you get 2,000 a month later, November 19th, which is absolutely perfect. Ultimate Edition Evo slot, which we also get. This will let you upgrade 2 evolution players in standard evolutions at the same time from launch. The training camp evolution limit will remain 1. That all makes sense. Graduated access for the foot transfer market. This is something that interests us a lot. Let's go ahead and read carefully here. Graduated access, we covered some of the details of graduated access in FC26 pitch notes before. Essentially, players accounts new to FC will not have transfer market access until they complete foundation objective groups. This makes a lot of sense. Once the group has been completed, foot transfer market access will be granted 48 hours later for PC players and 24 hours for other platforms. I love it. Just less cheaters on the game. Let's get that done. Skip for returning players. Eligible players returning from FIFA 23, FC 24, FC 25 in good standing, skip this. So a lot of us will not have to worry about that graduated access. Updated match outcomes. So this comes with putting out of games, disconnects, everything like that. This honestly isn't as big of a deal as I think people make it out to be, but I do hope they make the changes eventually. So we'll see what we have here. So at launch, and they've said this is going to evolve over time, if one of these conditions is met, you will be awarded the win. 45 minutes in-game time has passed. So if somebody quits, regardless of the scoreline, in the second half, you will win. If they conceded a penalty kick or got a red card and they quit, you will win. Okay, so second half, penalty kick, red card. In addition, at launch, a player can only receive a win from this 5 times a day. This makes a lot of sense. Kind of, again, limit cheating. And then they just kind of, I think it's going to try to evolve over time, but that's how they are. Rush match making, I think, again, you just can't quit out of games or you get suspended for 15 minutes or whatever. Returning player rewards, we want returning players to feel welcome back. Eligible players coming from FC25 receive early rewards. All right, we get welcome back packs. This is fantastic. EA Play rewards. EA Play members receive content across modes during the FC26 cycle. In foot, you get a welcome backpack with 3 85+ overall loan 1 of 5 player pick items for 10 matches each. It includes attacker, midfielder, and defender player pick items, and you get a foot draft token. Am I an EA Play member? Because that would be absolutely fantastic. And then you get stuff in clubs and whatnot too, which, you know, who really cares? I feel like I still have my EA Play subscription. Maybe I don't, actually. We'll have to look into that. An EA account associated with an EA Play or Game Pass Ultimate account. Okay, so we'll look into purchasing that because that could be a big boost. Club member rewards. Founders and club members can unlock customization and progression benefits. So you get some different cool items for being like a long-time Ultimate Team user. And then preseason rewards, we get October 14th. So all the things that you've accumulated from doing objectives in FC25 and preseason will get October 14th. So it is what it is. I like to get it a little quicker, but not too pressed about it. Gameplay stuff I'm not going to get too into. We've done some other videos on responsiveness, gameplay, everything like that. Clubs we're not going to dive too far into. Career mode we're not going to take a look at. Path to FC Pro we're not pressed about. So I think that right there is going to wrap up these FC26 pitch notes review. I think I love just about everything I saw here. I'm super excited for this game. Let me know the most interesting thing that you thought came out of these pitch notes. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.